This is News 3 Now at 6.
The Madison Police and Fire Commission finished their final interviews with its top 4 police chief candidates today. We won't get a look at those interviews until tomorrow. It's part of a process that's taken months and a lot of community input to complete.
News 3 Investigates Naomi Coles joins us with a closer look at some of the candidates and the challenges that'll face the community and the police department under new leadership. Naomi?
Eric, the public will have the chance to review those interviews, and then they'll have a chance to offer public input on this process again. There's going to be a meeting tomorrow from the Police Commission tomorrow evening, and then again on December 14th. That's according to the city attorney. A quick look at those in the running. Sean Barnes, currently with the Civilian Office of Police Accountability in Chicago. Before that, the deputy chief in Salisbury, North Carolina. He has a long background in neighborhood and community-focused policing, the foundation says. Larry Scarrato spent 23 years in various leadership roles in Pittsburgh, including assistant chief, where part of his role included analyzing and auditing the Bureau's policing standards. He's been a finalist for chief in Portland, Grand Rapids, and Nashville, too. Some community members are concerned about one candidate, Chris Davis. He helped oversee the Portland Police Bureau during a summer when they used tear gas and munitions on protesters. And he was also one of 3 officers cleared by a grand jury in a deadly 2001 shooting in Portland, where one died during a mental health incident at a hospital. Ramon Batista recently resigned from the Mesa Police Department in Arizona. The city paid him to not talk about why he left, but coverage from the Arizona Republic offers some clues. Batista arrived after a series of police shootings and violence. He tried to implement reforms and brought in outside investigations to review the department's use of force incidents. Mesa Police Union members resented the changes, calling Batista a, quote, liberal snowflake and the outside investigations a witch hunt.
But we're policing together.
Former Madison Police Chief Noah Ray was involved in the early stages of the police chief's search, and he notes Madison has a long history of being a national leader in progressive policing.
In this community, there is a strong ethic and desire not only for building trust in community policing, but having a national presence.
Madison's longest-serving police chief, David Cooper, helped pioneer what's called the Madison model. Those methods are used in community policing around the country. But Ray says the road forward now for the next chief and the community will take time.
The next chief will have a lot of challenges, but will have a lot of opportunities. There is a report that needs to be implemented that community members were involved in. Take that, grab it, and run with it. That is an excellent opportunity.
Noticeably absent, there's no woman in this final list of candidates. I asked the attorney for the commission whether any of them had applied. She told me that there were 3 non-male candidates. One of them was non-binary. 2 of them didn't meet basic qualifications for the position, and the 3rd one dropped out before any interviews started. And the commission has not yet released to me a complete list of names of all candidates that applied. Eric?
Naomi Coles reporting. Naomi, thank you.
To weather now, the sun will warm us up tomorrow. That'll feel nice. Let's check your first warn forecast with meteorologist Chris Reese.
You have hit that nail on the head, Charlotte. That sun's going to feel good tomorrow as temperatures warm up all the way into the upper 40s and close to 50. Right now, it's certainly chilly, but we've warmed up a degree after only topping out at 32. We've warmed up to 33. Our temperatures will actually warm as we go through the overnight hours just a little bit. This is as a warm front comes our way. Right now, there is no snow or rain showers associated with that, but get this, we'll be at 36 by 10 o'clock. Once skies begin to clear out a little bit, though, those temperatures will drop down towards 30 before we begin to see the warmth coming our way tomorrow. Now, Charlotte, there's also snow chances in the forecast this weekend and more next week. We're talking about those snow chances and what implications that could have for a white Christmas coming up in full weather.
All right, Chris, thank you. Developing tonight, a search carries into the evening for an employee who was reported missing earlier today in Columbia County.
It's happening at the Didion milling plant in Cambria, east of Portage. Madeline O'Neill is live with the latest. Maddie?
Well, we know from a Didion representative that the search is focused on one grain silo, and that's really what we're seeing here tonight. Behind me there has been a fire truck and firefighters gathered at the bottom of this particular silo. We know from Didion that they had a report of a missing employee earlier today, and authorities are helping them with this search. Earlier, we could see first responders focused in on what looked to be an entryway to the silo. Now, Didion may sound familiar to you. It's the site of a deadly explosion caused by corn dust in 2017 that killed 5 and injured 14 people. OSHA recommended nearly $2 million in fines against Didion after that. Now, still tonight, there are first responders on scene. Seems to be an active search at this point. We have a request out to Didion for an update, waiting to hear back. I just spoke with the Columbia County Sheriff's Office. They are handling this. They say that there's no update at this time, but if there is any news, they will send us a release tonight. We'll keep you updated on channel3000.com.
Maddie, thank you. The state Supreme Court started hearing a case today that challenges Dane County's authority to keep students out of school buildings. 3 attorneys argued local public health departments cannot order schools to close. One focused especially on the impact to religious schools, arguing by not attending in person, families' rights are infringed. The county's attorney argued religious freedom has its limits. Justices are debating amongst themselves now, and we don't have a timeline for a ruling. Across the state, there are more than 4,300 new COVID-19 cases confirmed today, plus 80 new deaths. There are 214 new hospitalizations. 17% of hospital beds in the state remain available.
The Texas Attorney General has filed a lawsuit in the U.S. Supreme Court against Wisconsin and 3 other battleground states, claiming they exploited the pandemic to ignore election laws. Attorney General of Texas Ken Paxton sued the states of Wisconsin, Michigan, Georgia, and Pennsylvania, alleging they distributed absentee ballots and ballot applications without following the law. Those claims have already been dismissed by judges in other lawsuits, but Paxton asked the U.S. Supreme Court to invalidate the 4 states' combined 62 electoral college votes for Joe Biden. Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul responded to the lawsuit on Twitter, calling it, quote, genuinely embarrassing. He says Texas is as likely to change the outcome of the 1967 Ice Bowl as it is to overturn Wisconsin's 2020 presidential election result.
Meanwhile, the U.S. Supreme Court has denied a request from Pennsylvania Republicans to block certification of the state's election results. The one-line order was issued with no noted dissents. The decision is a crushing loss to President Trump, who suggested today that he thought the justices, including 3 of his nominees, might step in and take his side, as he has continually and falsely suggested there was massive voter fraud during the election. The state capitol Christmas tree normally comes from a place like Rhinelander. This year, a much smaller one. It came out of a box. Gabriela Becerra is live at the Capitol to explain why it happened and why Democrats are not amused. Gabby?
Governor Tony Evers decided not to put a tree up this year in the Capitol since the building is closed during the pandemic. But Republicans, however, think that the people who still work in there need the holiday cheer. Wisconsin Republicans aren't taking no for an answer this season.
The governor said no, but we decided we were going to put one up anyhow.
Representatives Paul Tittle and Shay Sortwell set up the shorter than usual version this week, despite their permit getting denied. Tittle told me today they want to bring joy to the hundreds of people still working in the building.
It's been over 100-year tradition in the Capitol, and I know that with all of the stuff that's going on with COVID and stuff this year, we shouldn't forget that tradition.
But no is the only thing state Democrats say they're hearing from the other party.
Well, it's frustrating for me, but it's more frustrating for Wisconsinites, and it's frustrating for small businesses.
Senator John Erpenbach blames Republicans for not going into session since March.
We can't do anything until the Republicans agree to go to the floor and debate issues and have votes on legislation.
He says unlike COVID relief legislation, a tree won't help the families who fell on hard times during the pandemic.
Instead of debating whether or not a tree should be up in the rotunda right now, we should be on the Senate floor debating legislation. And we're not.
Tittle does agree the tree is not a topic worth talking about.
I think it's very silly that we shouldn't even be talking about that, and that it is a tree just sitting there, not using any resources from the state of Wisconsin.
And just like Erpenbach, Tittle says he hopes possible COVID relief legislation will help the state.
My hope is that we can bring some relief to a lot of the hardworking and unemployed people in the state of Wisconsin. This disease has been done a nasty toll on everyone.
Tittle says he appealed DOA's decision to deny his permit request. He says it should be approved because the tree isn't using any state resources, and the DOA has not said if they have plans to remove it.
All right, Gabby, thank you. And coming up next at 6, Madison, one of several cities across the country receiving funds from Twitter's CEO, will explain how it's being used to launch guaranteed income programs when we come back. Stay with us.
The holidays brought a great surprise this year. It's my Rogan's receipt. Next time with the receipt, my purchase will be half price. Maybe some new boots.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
It's called the greater good. At Quartz, it's what fuels our passion to better serve our members and our community. It's why we ensure easy access to the doctors, hospitals, and clinics of UW Health. It's what pushes us to invest in the name of community health and wellness programs and to find new ways to help those who need the help the most. But hey, you know all about the greater good. Quartz, health plans built with you in mind.
Hey, no cell phones at the table. But it's Grandma.
Hi, Mom.
Go ahead. Give your home those new items you're craving for a comfy new feel. You're in luck. Slumberland's biggest Thanksgiving sale in 3 years has been held over. Get an additional 25% off our already low prices. Get your look for less at the Thanksgiving sale held over at Slumberland.
Bye, Grandma.
Bye, Grandma.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know what needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. The Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy providers are working together to help keep your heat and power on. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here.
The season for dress boots is here, and Rogan's has your next pair. Savings with 30% off the best name brands. Get the latest trends today and save at Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
After running for only 2 weekends, the Henry Vilas Zoo lights are canceled for the rest of the season. A post on the zoo's website says they made the decision, quote, out of an abundance of caution given current trends and projections with the COVID-19 pandemic. They consulted Public Health Madison and Dane County, and everyone felt this was the right decision for staff and the community.
New funding from Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey will be used to launch or expand guaranteed income pilot programs in more than 25 cities across the country. Madison is one of them. Dorsey is donating $15 million to Mayors for a Guaranteed Income. The group implements programs where people receive monthly cash payments with no strings attached and no work requirements. A guaranteed income is meant to supplement rather than replace existing social safety nets and can be a tool for racial and gender equity. Today, Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway explained what the funding will mean for our community.
Research shows that ongoing direct payments to people would help alleviate poverty more effectively than expansions to unemployment insurance benefits or to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, and would allow those most economically vulnerable in our society to maintain security in their lives by having enough money to cover their basic needs.
She says we know a guaranteed income program works by looking at how people spent CARES Act funding. Almost 60% of the stimulus money was spent on housing, food, utilities, and other bills.
And still ahead at 6, there are a lot of challenges that come with distributing a COVID-19 vaccine, including the super cold storage that's required. We'll explain how everything from shipping, refrigeration, to the glass used for vials needs to be planned out. And the sunshine will return tomorrow with some warmer temperatures. Chris will have your first warn forecast.
A reservation for 2 pair of glasses and an eye exam.
Oh, you can just walk in.
I see, my reputation precedes me.
Actually, we do this for everyone.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that. Boop, gone.
Unbeatable prices without the drama. 2 pair plus a free eye exam as low as $59.95.
You were always the responsible one. So much like me.
always taking care of everyone else. But this wasn't your responsibility. I already took care of the arrangements. The Ryans made it so easy. I didn't want you to worry about a thing. It's my last gift to you, my lovely daughter.
When you protect what's important to you from COVID-19, you help protect everyone in Wisconsin. Learn how you can stop the spread at dhs.wisconsin.gov/COVID-19.
Get genuine value on gifts for Christmas during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's huge gift sale going on now. Shop amazing deals store-wide on great gifts for everyone on your list. For the chef, this West Bend air fryer is $60 off. New at Blaine's, men's work and sport thermals are just $14.99. Give the gift of winter readiness with a Schumacher battery charger, only $54.99. And a Blaine's Farm and Fleet gift card is always the perfect gift. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru. You don't even need to get out of your car.
Introducing Hy-Vee Plus. Get a Hy-Vee Plus premium membership for just $99 a year and get fuel savings every time you shop. Plus, our Red Line hotline. Plus, free online delivery and free express pickup. Plus, a personal online shopper. Plus, exclusive offers every month. Right now, get 20% off floral, party trays, and DSW at Hy-Vee. Plus, a free bouquet. With Hy-Vee Plus, our plus really does equal more. Sign up today.
Stanton Optical is always here for you with our safe telehealth technology. You can just walk in for an eye exam whenever you need one. And your eye exam is free when you buy 2 pair of glasses for as low as $59.95. Find your nearest store at StantonOptical.com or call 1-800-STANTON.
Getting a vaccine in your arm requires getting it to your arm first. Shipping companies are scrambling to figure out how to package hundreds of millions of doses.
But the current supply chain doesn't have the technology to handle super cold items right now. Amanda Quintana spoke with an expert in Wisconsin who has a special perspective on the issues.
Robert Meisner looks at vaccine news and sees a major hurdle.
You know, there are a lot of challenges just getting it there.
He's the director of UW Stout's packaging program, one of only a handful of schools in the country offering that degree, so packaging is kind of his thing. Meisner knows sending out billions of doses of Pfizer's vaccine is daunting. The biggest issue is keeping them at -94 degrees Fahrenheit through the whole trip by using vacuum-sealed panels.
This is only part of the issue. We still need to be able to have enough dry ice, have enough of this specialized packaging material, have enough in the logistics network to be able to handle this.
He says companies like FedEx and UPS are quickly trying to prepare.
They have said that they are basically putting together a freezer farm. So you must realize that these medications, maybe from Pfizer, are being made in some other part of the world. They have to get transported, and then they have to be stored for further distribution.
DHL estimates to get 10 billion units out would require 15 million cooling boxes on more than 15,000 cargo flights. But the pandemic has cut down on all kinds of flights, and there are regulations on how much dry ice can be on a passenger plane. Meisner says even the making of dry ice from a byproduct of ethanol is being affected.
Corona has had people driving less, consuming more. Therefore, the amount of ethanol has been cut back because the demand is lower.
And even the way glass is made has to be changed.
The kind of glass that we currently make our vials out of doesn't do well in those extreme cold temperatures.
But all of these challenges at almost every turn are things you probably wouldn't notice. But jumping each hurdle will be worth it when vaccines finally arrive. Amanda Quintana, News 3 Now.
Now, all of the cooling boxes are required to have smart technology in them to monitor the temperature in real time. So if the temperature doesn't hold and the vaccine is spoiled, doctors can be alerted not to give it out. All right, Chris joins us now. He's got a complete look at our first warn forecast. Chris?
Eric, I've been looking back at Christmas of 2017. This is the last time we had a true white Christmas here in the city of Madison. Those snowflakes flying there on Christmas Eve. Typically, we would see snow on Christmas with about a 60 to 75% chance. Now, out of the last 10 years, only 5 of them have officially been a white Christmas. That's 1 inch of snow on the ground or more on Christmas morning, but 7 of them have had snow in some capacity. So while this is our historical probability, what about the probability for this year? Hold on to that thought. We'll revisit this at the end of the weathercast here. But for now, we've had a lot of cloud cover out there. It makes you think of snow with the clouds over the upper Midwest. No real precipitation has been associated with that. However, we will begin to warm up. This is the stationary front out across the high plains that moves our direction overnight. And with that, temperatures actually warm throughout the night. They're really going to be warm into tomorrow afternoon. 36 by 10:30. Keep in mind, we're at 33 right now. Now, as the clouds clear, that allows those temperatures to drop just a little bit, down to about 30. Then with that sunshine tomorrow, we're talking highs around 48. Some of us will flirt with the 50-degree mark, and we'll do that all over again headed into your Thursday. Now here's the pattern I'm watching into the weekend. Right now we're controlled by this ridge of warmth. Watch this area of low pressure. Watch the cold air out of Canada. Together, those will likely meet up in some way, form, or fashion over this part of the country. The question is, where exactly does that low track? If it's too far towards the south, we stay cold and dry. If it's too far towards the north, we get in on rain. But right now, a lot of the model data is saying we're in a sweet spot for some snow, and then we could stay cold in the days following that, leading up to Christmas. Now, here's Future Track. The models are showing 2 different things. So this is Future Track Model 1. It is the furthest to the south model, and it's actually trended north a little bit this afternoon, but notice it just skirts southeastern Wisconsin with snow. It does have another system coming our way on Tuesday. Now, here's Future Track Model 2. It's been a little bit further towards the north. It's a stronger storm system with more moisture. It has more impactful snow throughout southern and even parts of central Wisconsin. However, it does not have that storm system on Tuesday. But nonetheless, we are likely to see multiple snow chances headed into the weeks ahead. With that, I'm giving us a 60% odds of a white Christmas as of now. Snow chances for this weekend, more snow chances next Tuesday and Wednesday. Notice our temperatures. They're hovering into the low 30s for highs, those lows in the 20s. Get this. These temperatures are still above average, but they're much colder than where we've been.
And coming up in sports, Saturday looks to be another tough test for Wisconsin's secondary, but the Badgers say they can't wait to try and shut down that Hawkeye passing attack. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
E-bike's great for your health.
Great fun.
Great gifts.
E-bike's just $780. Free storage till April.
Or gift certificates half price. Example, $700 gift certificate, you pay just $350.
At Crazy Lenny's E-bikes.
Hey, Culligan. Got a water pitcher for the fam. Pretty safe, huh?
Well, basic water pitchers are passable, whereas a Culligan reverse osmosis system can reduce lead, arsenic, pesticide runoff.
It's not going fast enough. Just done with that.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County continues to help hardworking families attain homeownership. By providing financial coaching, homeowners can manage their mortgage and other finances while building stability for their family. Strengthen our community. Support Habitat Dane County.
At Papa Murphy's, we make fresh pizza that you bake at home. Because home is where the fun is. Right now, get the chicken garlic pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Going Cars is having a huge winter sale. Don't miss out on 2018 Chevy Cruises starting at $11,995 or $185 per month.
That's right. You can buy a 2018 Chevy Cruze starting at $11,995 or $185 per month.
Going Cars is family-owned and operated for over 50 years.
So just hurry in today and ask for my sister, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
Or my brother, Donovan Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin. GobinCars.com.
At the New Balance store, we go above expectations and beyond shoes. We're here to help runners achieve their goals and push their limits in every sport or adventure they pursue. That kind of performance demands real innovations in technology, shape, and fit, and we're experts in all of it. So, no matter why you run, your best race starts here. Stop by and experience the difference of your local New Balance store today.
Comfort with style. Trust your feet to the experts at New Balance Madison.
New Balance Madison, Hilldale.
E-bikes, great for your health.
Great fun.
Great gifts.
E-bikes just $780. Free storage till April.
Or gift certificates half price. Example, $700 gift certificate, you pay just $350.
At Crazy Lenny's E-Bikes.
Wednesday morning, a COVID-19 vaccine is getting closer to becoming reality.
That means hope for a lot of people, but it also means more people trying to take advantage of it. We'll tell you what to look out for tomorrow on News 3 Now This Morning.
Iowa and Wisconsin have a lot of things in common. Historically, they both play good defense, and they both like to run the ball. This year, they both have new starting quarterbacks. Spencer Petras is the guy under center for the Hawkeyes, and after a slow start to his year, the sophomore QB is heated up. Petras is coming off a 3-touchdown performance against Illinois and is now looking more and more comfortable in Iowa's system each week.
Fits what they want to do and has the ability to throw a lot of different throws, and I think he's playing well and has certainly improved.
I'm very excited for our DBs. This is another challenge, man. And we really pride ourselves for going in each week and be the reason why we win this ball game. I think this is a great challenge for us. I think they got a good job, a good receiver core. I think they got good tight ends and good quarterback.
Speaking of the Badgers, Isaiah Loudermilk has been named an East-West Shrine Bowl All-Star. Now, the Shrine Bowl game itself has been canceled due to coronavirus concerns, but the senior defensive end will still have the opportunity to participate in virtual training sessions with current NFL coaches. So far this season, Loudermilk has racked up 7 tackles. The Packers have 4 games left in the regular season against 3 teams with losing records. The Lions are one of those teams, but they might have turned the corner under interim head coach Darrell Bevell. Remember him? The former Badger QB, his first game as a head coach, well, he led the Lions to a come-from-behind win over the Bears, and now there's some juice around the franchise. And after a performance like that, it's definitely a team the Packers aren't overlooking.
There's always danger each and every week in the National Football League. It doesn't matter who you're playing, where you're playing, when you're playing. You better come ready to play. We very much know what's in front of us. We got a team it's got a lot to prove. People have pride, and nobody's going to roll over for you.
The first half of the Badger men's hockey season might be over, but there was some good news from the Big Ten. The conference named Cameron Rowe its second star of the week after his performance against the Buckeyes. The freshman goalie stopped 40 of the 41 shots he faced and helped anchor Wisconsin to a 3-1 win in his first career start. Eric, how about Derek Bevell?
Darrell Bevell and Quintez Cephas with the catch in your highlight as well. Some Badger flavor to those Lions. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. We'll stand by on that. All right, let's go to Chris. Final check.
Tomorrow's going to be a warm day, Eric. Temperatures warming up to 48. That comes with sunshine. We're watching snow chances for the weekend and potentially for the middle of next week.
All right, thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight at 10.